Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Jacksonville Buzz. I am your host, Adrienne Houghton. Joining me in the studio today is Mindy McManus, and she's from Mindy's Executive Coaching. Let's find out all about it. Welcome, Mindy.
Thank you for having me.
Absolute delight. So first of all, let's find out a little bit about Mindy.
Sure.
And how you got involved in coaching.
Sure. So I have been in coaching for about 15 years. I got into coaching working for a healthcare organization here in Florida, and I just loved it. I started teaching coaching and started helping people learn how to be a coach, because I know that the skills that you need to become a coach are the same skills that help you to become a great leader as well. And so I have been doing that for 15 years with a healthcare organization here in Jacksonville. And the past 2.5 years, when we were in the middle of the pandemic, or when it started, and a lot of healthcare organizations had to furlough their employees. And so while I was furloughed, I started my business. And it has grown exponentially since then.
Fabulous. Mm-hmm. Tell me what is coaching?
Sure.
I mean, as basic as that.
Sure. A lot of people think about coaching as like the coach from the sidelines. And really, an executive coach is someone who partners with you in a creative and innovative process that helps the person that I'm coaching to find their own solutions. So I'm not there as a coach to give advice or to tell people what to do. I'm there to ask really good, powerful questions to help them find their own solutions, because we all have barriers within ourselves that we're unaware of. And so what coaching does is help people to find their own solutions, which makes them a lot more apt to want to follow through on what they chose to do as a solution to their problems.
So what is it that makes a good coach? Can anyone be a coach, or are there very specific qualities that you need?
There are very specific qualities, and being a coach takes some really good, you have to really grow into being a coach, because it's very hard to sit and listen to someone, which listening is a very big key point of being a coach, but listening for what's not being said. Not just hearing what they're saying, but also what's the body language? What's the tone of voice? Listening for what's not being said. And also trying not to add advice, because that's what we tend to do, especially in healthcare. Our job is to give advice, and that's what and even as a leader, we give advice. But with coaching, we just sit and listen. We ask very good, powerful questions and help them get to where they need to be. So mindset has to be the first thing. You have to believe that the people that you're working with, that they're capable of greatness and capable of change. You have to be a very good listener. And then the third one is powerful questions. It's cultivating those powerful questions. And instead of me sitting here listening to you, trying to think of what I want to say, I want to listen to everything that you have to say. Try to take in some of the pieces that you're not saying, and then kind of help you work through that. Like, I'm noticing this. Where is that coming from? And that really helps.
It's almost like a therapist.
Well, it's definitely not therapy.
No.
So thank you for saying that. So there is a huge delineation between therapy and coaching. Therapy is when somebody needs to know more of the why. Why did this happen to me? And helping them overcome what happened to them in the past. Therapy is about looking backwards and understanding why. Coaching is about looking forward. I have goals and dreams that I want to get to, and I am going to use a coach to help me move forward.
I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to say, I might need a coach. How do people find you?
Sure. Well, there is what we call the International Coaching Federation, which is one of the top gold standards when it comes to having a certification as a coach. Right now, there's not any regulatory bodies over coaching. And so that's why when people are looking for a coach, I tell them to find someone that's certified through a rigorous corporation. So that's why I went with the International Coaching Federation. So you want to find someone that's either been with the International Coaching Federation, or they're certified somewhere and that they have hours of coaching. And so to find someone, you can look on LinkedIn. So I'm on LinkedIn. You can also go to the International Coaching Federation website. You can find a coach that way. And sometimes just asking around. A lot of the times your organizations have internal coaches that you just may not know that they're there.
Do you have a website personally?
I am in the midst of of pivoting my business, and so my website is no longer up and running. So everything somebody needs to know about me is on LinkedIn.
Perfect. Mindy, the time's flown by.
It sure has.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, and thank you.
Thank you.
And don't forget, if you'd like to know any more information about Mindy McManus, you can find her on LinkedIn, but you can also find out on iwannabuzz.com.